the solution of linear partial differential equation. So homogeneous. Yeah, if all partial derivatives are of same order, we can say it is called a homogeneous partial differential equation. So here we are going to classify the linear partial differential equation in two types. One is homogeneous partial differential equation with the constant coefficients. Another one is non-homogeneous partial differential equation with constant coefficients. Now I am going to give the formula in homogeneous partial differential equation with the constant coefficients. So consider the partial differential equation f of d comma d dash into z equal to r. Suppose the right hand side r is equal to 0 means the solution for this partial differential equation is z equal to complementary function. Suppose if r not equal to 0 means you have to include, that means z is the solution of this partial differential equation which include complementary function as well as particular integral. So now I am going to tell you how to find out complementary function and particular integral for a different functions. Complementary function. Consider the partial differential equation f of d comma d dash into z equal to r. So here we are taking the function should have a two independent variables and one dependent variables, right? First I am going to use f of d comma d dash. By using that function I am going to apply d equal to 0 and d dash equal to d equal to m and d dash equal to 1. So from that you may get one the polynomial, that means equation in terms of in power of m. So f of m comma 1 is equal to 0, you may get in terms of m is coming. So depending upon the order, depending upon the degree, you have to find out the value of m. By using m, by using the nature of m. Suppose the given partial differential equation is of order 2 means you may get the values of m should be 2, right? So for this case I have returned what is the nature. Depending upon the nature of m1 m2 I have returned this formula, right? Suppose if m1 not equal to m2, if you have two unequal roots means you have to use this formula to find complementary function. That means f1 of y plus m1x plus f2 of y plus m2x. Suppose among between these two roots both are equal, so m1 equal to m means you have to use this formula to find complementary function f1 of y plus m1x plus x into f2 of. So here we are applying the same value, but instead of same value you have to apply x. Next one is, suppose if you have the equation partial differential equation of order 3 means you may get three roots m1 m2 m3. So depending upon the values of m1 m2 m3 I have returned the formula for CF here. So in this case I have taken m1 m2 are equal but m3 is distinct. So in this case I have used this formula. Here I have taken m1 m2 m3 both are different, so in this case I have applied this formula CF equal to f1 plus f2 and f3. Suppose you may get three roots are same m1 m2 m3 means you can apply the last formula. So like that I have drawn, I am going to apply this formula to find complementary function. In f of d comma d dash of z equal to r in a partial differential equation, So this is of the form of particular integral. You have to use this formula to find particular integral. So pi equal to 1 by f of d comma d dash into r. R should be a function of x and y. R should be a function of x and y. So here I am taking r is e power ax plus by. So like this it comes means what we do, how to find out particular integral. So the exponential function is coming means you have to substitute d equal to a and d dash equal to b. That means d equal to coefficient of x and d dash equal to coefficient of y. You have to substitute in this form. So from that you may get pa equal to 1 by f of a comma b into r. So here sometimes the denominator f of a comma b it's going to be 0. In the time we can't get a finite value. So in this case you have to do you have to differentiate f of d comma d dash with respect to d, and also you have to multiply x in the numerator. After that you have to substitute d equal to a and d dash equal to b in the first derivative of f of a, d comma d dash with respect to d, right? Next one, suppose if you take r should be a trigonometric function like a sin ax plus by or cos ax plus by. So in this case it's not possible to substitute d and d dash. So trigonometric function is coming means you have to substitute d square, d dash square, d dash. So in this case you can apply the constants by using some trigonometric functions, right? So here I have given the values. What are the values you are going to substitute, right? So d square equal to minus a square, d dash square equal to minus b square. So these two terms is always negative, right? But d dash is equal to minus ab. Depending upon a and b, you may get positive or negative values, right? So here we are multiplying minus after squaring the value a. So for that d square and d dash square you may get a negative value. So you keep in mind while substituting d square and d dash square, right? Next one is after finding these values by using the given function, try to take a and b, and you have to take a square and b square and ab. From that you have to use this formula. After finding this formula you can apply, you may get the particular integral of this differential equation. Next one is polynomial x power m into y power n. So like this or is coming means what we do. So in this case try to suppose the degree of x is less than the degree of y means you have to rewrite the function f of d comma d dash by f of d by d dash. That means you have to take d dash as a common term in the corresponding function f of d comma d dash. After that you have to use exponential, that means binomial expansion. With the help of binomial expansion you can find out the particular integral. Suppose the degree of x is greater than degree of y means you have to rewrite f of d comma d dash by f of d dash by d. So like that you have to rewrite the function f. After rewriting by using binomial expansion you may get the particular integral for this function. So these are the formulas you must know. The meaning for 1 by d square, 1 by d dash, d dash. So these are the things you must know. So 1 by d is nothing but, already we know, d is dou by dou x. D dash is nothing but dou by dou y. It is an operator. differential operator. So 1 by d is nothing but the partial, that means integration with respect to x. So 1 by d square is nothing but double integration of the corresponding function with respect to x. So 1 by d dash is nothing but integration with respect to y, right? And already we taken this notation or st, or is a second derivative, that means the dou square z by dou x square. S is nothing but dou square z by dou x dou y. T is dou square z by dou y square. So these are the formulas already we have studied. So this formula is called binomial expansion. So 1 minus x whole power minus 1 is nothing but 1 plus x square and so on. So these formulas we are going to apply while the function R is polynomial, right? Solve the differential equation d square plus 4d d dash minus 5d dash square into z equal to e power 2x minus y plus sine x minus 2y. So sometimes they will ask like this, or plus 4s minus t equal to e power 2x minus y plus sine x minus 2y. Sometimes they will use this notation also, z xx plus 4zxy minus 5z yy equal to e power 2x minus y plus sine x minus 2y. So you must know the different notation for the partial derivatives. So here, so in this partial differential equation, the right hand side is not, it is not equal to 0. So for that, from that you can decide how to find out complementary function as well as particular integral by using right hand side. So here in a right hand side you have two functions. So you have to find out pi1 and pi2. So with the help of given left hand side of the partial differential equation, I am going to find out auxiliary equation first. Auxiliary equation. So put d equal to m and d dash equal to 1 in f of d comma d dash equal to 0. So that means, so this term is called f of d comma d dash. So with the help of f of d comma d dash, try to substitute the values of d and d dash. So from that you may get auxiliary equation. So that means m square, if you substitute, you may get like this 0. So m square plus 4m minus 5 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Try to solve this quadratic equation. So you can rewrite this term as 1 5s of 5. Their addition is going to be 4, but their multiplication is going to be minus 5. So like this you have to include the sign of these two terms. So I have include this sign, negative sign in the number 1. So now try to check. Their multiplication of these two terms, it's going to be minus 5. Their addition is going to be 4. So our factor, it should be correct. By using this factor, try to find the value of m. So m is equal to 1 and m is equal to minus 5. So here the value, you may get two values, both are different. That means you have to write the complementary function equal to f1 of y plus m1x plus f2 of y plus m2x. So here we are taking this as m1 and m2, both are different. try to substitute m1 m2 in this formula. From that you may get Cf equal to f1 of y plus 1x plus f2 of y minus 5x. So you take, this is equation 1. So next one is, I am going to find out Pi1. Pi1 is nothing but 1 by f of d comma d dash into r. So now I am going to take the exponential term in the previous problem. That means I am going to find out particular integral for by using e power 2x minus y. For this function I am going to find particular integral. So e power 2x minus y. So here this is a exponential function. So exponential function is coming means you have to substitute d equal to the coefficient of x. That means you have to substitute, you have to take t. That means 2. The coefficient of x is 2, so that's why I have taken d equal to 2. D dash is nothing but the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y is minus 1. Now I am going to substitute d equal to 2 and d dash equal to minus 1 in this below function. That means d square plus 4 d dash square minus 5 d dash square. That means here you may get d dash. After substituting, you may get 2 square plus 4 into 2 into minus 1 minus 5 into minus 1 whole square into e power 2x minus y, which is equal to e power 2x minus y divided by 4 minus 8 minus 5, which is equal to, so after the simplification you may get minus e power 2x minus y divided by 9. Next one is Pi 2. So 1 by d square plus 4d d dash minus 5d dash square into sine x minus 2y. So before substituting the values, try to check whether what kind of function is given, what kind of function we are going to take to find particular integral. So this is a trigonometry function. So in generally we have seen, suppose trigonometric function sin ax plus by is coming means you have to substitute d square equal to minus a square, d dash square equal to minus b square, d dash equal to minus ab. Now try to compare these two things. By the comparison, you can easily identify what is a. A is nothing but 1. B is nothing but minus 2. With the help of a and b, try to find out minus a square. Minus a square is nothing but after squaring a, you have to multiply minus. Right? So you must know minus a square is not equal to minus a whole square. Alright? So for that, now by using a, I have squaring this term, you may get 1. So minus 1. Right? Next one is b square minus b square. So b is minus 2. If you are squaring, you may get 4. So minus 4. If you multiply a and b, you may get minus 2. So minus ab is equal to 2. So like this, you have to find out d dash square, d dash. Now after finding these results, try to substitute in this denominator. From that you may get 1 by d square equal to minus 1 So here I have substituted d square for minus 1. Again, you should not squaring this term, right? You should not square this term. So already I have substituted d square is equal to minus 1. That's all. So plus 4 into d dash is nothing but 2 minus 5 into minus 4 sine x minus 2y, which is equal to 1 by, if you multiply you may get 20 sine x minus 2y, which is equal to sine x minus 2y divided by 27. So the solution is, the general solution of this PDA is z equal to CF plus PI1 plus PI2. So which is equal to F1 y plus x plus F2 y minus 5x minus 1 by 9 e power 2x minus y plus sine x minus 2y divided by 27. So solve this second problem. So here, before using the formula for find complementary function, try to check whether the given partial differential equation is homogeneous or not. So homogeneous is nothing but the order of each derivative should be same. So here the order of first term is 3. The order of second term is also 3. That means 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equal to 3. The order of third term is 3. So from that we can clarify this partial differential equation is homogeneous. Now you can try to find complementary function. So you keep in mind the order of this partial differential equation is 3. So you may get the values of m should be 3. So now I'm going to find out auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is, by using this term I am going to write directly. So instead of m I am going to substitute, instead of d I am going to substitute m, instead of d dash I am going to substitute 1. So that means you may get m power 3 minus 7m into 1 square minus 6 into 1 cube equal to 0. So the auxiliary equation does not contain z, should not contain z. So m power 3 minus 7m minus 6 equal to 0. So this is a cubic equation. So if you want to find the roots without using calculator, by using trial and error method you have to apply. What is meaning for trial and error method? That means, so in general, try to take m is equal to 1 or minus 1, 2 or minus 2, 3 or minus 3. So first try to find any one roots by using trial and error method, by trial. After finding the one roots, you can reduce the cubic equation to a quadratic equation by using division method. So that thing I am going to do now. So now first I am going to take, if you take m is equal to 1. If you substitute m is equal to 1, that value should satisfy this equation. So try to check. If you substitute, you make it 1 cube is equal to 1 and 7 into 1 minus 6. So this term is not going to be 0. So from that you can say m is equal to 1 should not be a root of this equation. Again I am going to take m is equal to minus 1. So what happened? If you substitute m is equal to minus 1 in this equation, you may get minus 1 cube minus 7 into minus 1 minus 6, which is equal to minus 1 plus 7 minus 6 equal to 0, right? So from that you can identify, so m is equal to minus 1 is a one root of equation 1. So by using m is equal to minus 1, try to reduce the cubic equation to a quadratic equation. So now I am going to take, so given that m power 3 minus 7m minus 6 equal to 0 is having, so I am going to rewrite this term as m power 3 plus 0m square minus 7m minus 6 equal to 0. So here in this expression the m square term is not coming, so for that I have included by using 0 into m square like this. Now I am going to rewrite by using division method. So I am going to write the coefficients of each term in descending order: 1, 0, minus 7 and minus 6. So already I know the one root m is equal to minus 1. So how to do this process? First you have to start with 0. Vertically you have to add, but crosswise you have to multiply. Now I am going to add these two things. If you add 1, 0, you may get 1. Now I am going to multiply. So minus 1 into 1, you may get minus 1. That thing you have to write here. So 0 into minus 1. Now you have to add these two things. So from that you may get minus 1. So now crosswise you have to multiply. If you multiply, you may get 1. So after finding that multiplication, you have to mark that term to next place. That means 1. There is 1. So now you have to add. So you make it minus 6. So again you have to multiply, you make it 6. So finally their addition is going to be 0. By using these terms, try to write 1 into m square minus 1 into m minus 6 equal to 0. So that is m square minus m minus 6 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. So it is very easy to find the roots of quadratic equation, like minus 6 minus 1. So you can take 2 into 3. Their multiplication is going to be minus 6. Their addition is going to be minus 1. So this factor is correct. So m plus 2 and m minus 3 equal to 0. So m is equal to minus 2 and 3. So already we have taken m is equal to minus 1 is also one root. So finally you can get the roots are minus 1, minus 2 and 3. Minus 1, minus 2 and 3. So these three roots are distinct. It's not same. So three roots are different mean how to write complementary function. So this is the formula I am going to apply. So complementary function of three roots is f1, three different roots is y plus m1x plus function 2 of y plus m2x plus f3 of y plus m3x, which is equal to f1 of y minus 1x plus f2 of y minus 2x plus f3 of y plus 3x. So this is CF. Next one is I am going to find particular integral 1. So the right hand side I have a 2 function. By using first function I am going to find, that means trigonometry function, I am going to find particular integral 1. So pi1 equal to 1 by d power 3 minus 7 d dash square minus 6 d dash cube into sine x plus 2y. X plus 2y. So by formula, try to find out. So the given function is trigonometric. So for that, first I am going to find out a and b here. So a equal to the coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is 2, a square is equal to, you may get a square is equal to 1, b square equal to 4, ab equal to 2, ab equal to 2. So by using this values, I am going to write d square equal to minus a square means minus 1, d dash square equal to minus b square, that means minus 4, d dash equal to minus ab, that means minus 2. Now I am going to substitute these terms in this denominator. But in denominator you may get only d cube and d dash cube is coming. So in this case, try to split d cube as d square into d. Like this, you can substitute. So now I'm going to rewrite 1 by the denominator as d square into d minus 7 d dash square minus 6 d dash square into d dash. So like that, simplify. Now I'm going to substitute the values for d dash square, d dash, and the corresponding terms. I am going to apply the values by using this expression. So which is equal to 1 by, if you substitute, so here you keep in mind, suppose trigonometry function is coming means you can't apply the values for d and d dash. Only you can apply d square and d dash square and d dash only. It's not possible to substitute the values for d and d dash while trigonometry function is coming, right? So except d and d dash, try to apply the remaining values, try to substitute the values for remaining terms. So from that you may get minus 1 into d minus 7 d into minus 4 minus 6 into minus 4 into d dash sine x plus 2y, which is equal to 1 by, so if you multiply you may get, so this multiplication I think 28 plus 28 minus d, that means 20 minus d plus 28d 24 plus 24 d dash plus 24 d dash, right? So like this, like that you may get into sine x plus 2y. Now I am going to add like terms. So you may get 1 by 27d plus 24d dash into sine x plus 2y. In denominator, 1 by 3 as a common term. You take it outside from this denominator. So from that you may get 3 into 9d plus 8d dash sine x plus 2y, which is equal to, you can rewrite like this, 9d plus 8d dash sine x plus 2y. Now, so in this denominator, d and d dash only is having, but try to make the denominator should have d square and d dash like this by multiplying d in numerator as well as denominator. So then only you can substitute you can find out the solution. So now for increasing the degree power of d and d dash, I am going to multiply d in numerator as well as denominator in this term. Then only you can apply the values for d square, right? So here you should not apply the values for d and d dash while sine x plus 2y is coming. That means trigonometry function is coming. So which is equal to 1 by 3 into, if you multiply you may get 9 d square plus 8 d d dash sine x plus 2y. Now d divided by, instead of d square you can apply minus 1. So d d dash is nothing but minus 2 sine x plus 2y. So after that you may get 16 minus 16 minus 16 into 9, 25 minus 25. So which is equal to 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 25 d of sine x plus 2y. So 1 by minus 1 by 75 d of sine x plus 2y. This is not over because the solution should not contain d and d dash terms, but here d is coming. So what is the meaning for d? The meaning for d is dou by dou x. So what is the dou by dou x of sine x plus y? Which is equal to the differentiation of partial differentiation of sine x plus 2y with respect to x is the meaning. So if you differentiate sine x plus 2y with respect to x, you may get cos x plus 2y into 1. Right? Now I am going to substitute this value is nothing but cos x plus 2y. So that means minus cos x plus 2y divided by 75. This is PI1. BI1. PI2. 1 by f of d comma d dash into x square y. So here the degree of each variable, try to, before doing this problem, try to check the degree of x and y. The degree of x is greater than degree of y. So for that, so from this degree, try to choose the method how to convert f of d comma d dash. So here the degree of x is higher, means you can rewrite f of d by d dash by f of d dash by d. That means you have to take the highest degree of d should be common in this denominator. So this is the meaning. So if you want to make f of d comma d dash by f of d dash by d, means you have to take the highest degree of d as a common term in this denominator. Now I am going to take d power 3 as a common term in this denominator. So from that you may get the term, the function f of d comma d dash should be a function of f of d dash by d after taking d cube as a common term. So keep in mind, try to understand this step here. So if you take d power 3 as a common term, you may get 1 minus that means, or simply you can multiply and divide by d3 in this denominator. Then only it is very easy to identify. Now I am going to multiply and divide d power 3 in the denominator only. So d power 3 minus 7 d dash square minus 6d dash cube divided by d cube in this denominator. So now you can rewrite d cube by, simply try to split the d cube in each term. So you may get 6d cube by d cube. So you can cancel this term. So only one d in numerator. So after cancelling, you will write the remaining terms 1 minus 7d dash square by d square minus 6d dash cube divided by d cube exposed 2 into y. Now I am going to take minus in the common term in last two terms. So you can rewrite this term as 1 by d square into 1 by 1 minus of 7d dash square d square plus 6d dash square cube by d cube into x square y. So I have taken minus in the second and third term as a common term. Now I am going to shift this term to numerator. This term to numerator, which is equal to 1 by d cube should be coming in the denominator, 1 minus 7d dash square by d square plus 6d dash cube by d cube close bracket whole power minus 1 x square y. So before that, you must know what is d dash of x square y, or write the notes. You must know d, suppose if you have term x square y, so what is the differentiation of partial derivative of x square y with respect to y? So you may get x square only. If you differentiate again, what do you get? You may get 0. So from this table you can understand d dash of x square y is equal to x square, but d dash square of x square y is equal to 0. So that means d dash power 3 you may get again 0. So only you may get d dash of x square y, only you may get non-zero terms. The remaining higher power, it is going to be 0. Higher power, it is going to be 0. So you must know the idea we are going to apply in this process. And also, so here you may get this term is like 1 minus x whole power minus 1. Now I am going to apply the formula for 1 minus x whole power minus 1. So from that you will get 1 by d power 3. If you apply the formula, you may get 1 plus 7d dash square by d square plus 6d dash cube divided by d cube plus 7d dash square by d square plus 6 dash cube divided by d cube whole square, and so on. You may get like this. Now suppose if you multiply in the numerator, this term is going to be multiplied in the numerator. Before multiplying, try to check the terms in numerator terms in each expression. So here, except the first term, the remaining terms should have a d dash square and more power higher than power 2 is coming. That means d dash square of this term is going to be 0. D dash power 3 of this term is going to be 0. So from that, by using this concept, then if you apply this term to inside this close bracket, if you differentiate x square y twice or thrice, that term it's going to be 0. So no need to include in the next step. So I have cancelled this term. I have cancelled this term because the second derivative and the third derivative of x square y with respect to y is going to be 0. Similarly, suppose this term is going to be 0, the higher power also you make it the degree of the order for d dash it's going to be more than 2. So for that the remaining terms also you may get the d dash power of d dash is going to be more than 2. So that derivative is also it's going to be 0. So you can cancel the remaining all the terms. So only you include only one only. So 1 by d cube 1 by d cube 1 into x square y you make it finally. So that means 1 by d cube x square y you make it. So what is the meaning for 1 by d cube? It is a integration. You have to integrate x power 2y with respect to x thrice. So now I am going to integrate first time. So if you integrate, you have to reduce the term in the denominator. Now I am going to integrate first. That means I have reduced one term. After the integration for this term with respect to x, you make it x power 3 by 3 into y. Again I am going to integrate. So that's why I have reduced one power. If you again integrate with respect to x, you make it x power 4y by 3 into 4. Again try to integrate. So consecutively you have to integrate the resultant integration with respect to x. So x power 5 into y divided by 3 into 4 into 5. So finally you make it x power 5y divided by 60. Right? So this is the particular integral for x square y. So the general solution is, so the general solution is z equal to cf plus pi1 plus pi2. So that is z equal to f1 of y minus x plus f2 of y minus 2x plus f3 of y plus 3x minus 1 by 75 cos x plus 2y plus x power 5 in y divided by 6. Find the particular integral of this partial differential equation. So here in this question they are asking only particular integral. They will ask this kind of question in 2 mark part A questions. So now it's enough to find particular integral only. No need to find CF, no need to write z equal to CF plus PI and so on. Right? Only they are asking particular integral or particular solution. Both are same. So now I am going to find out particular integral is equal to 1 by d square minus 4d d dash plus 4d dash square into e power 2x plus y. So here the right hand side the exponential function is coming. So for that I am going to substitute d by the difference, that means coefficient of x, that means 2, right? D dash by the differentiation of y, that means 1. If you substitute, you make it 1 by 1 2 square minus 4 into 2 into 1 plus 4 into 1 e power 2x plus y. So which is equal to 1 by, so suppose if you simplify, what you may get, I think it's you may get 0. 2 power x plus y, 2 power x plus y. So the denominator is going to be 0. So in this case what we do? So the answer for the partial differential equation should be finite, but here you may get infinite terms. But for that you have to do in a different way. Suppose in denominator is going to be 0 means, so you have to go back. You have to use this step. By using this step, try to multiply x in numerator. After multiplying x in numerator, you have to differentiate this term. You have to differentiate this term with respect to d. With respect to d as a variable. Like this you have to do now. So if you differentiate this term with respect to d means, you may get 2d minus 4 into 1 into d dash, but the third term d is not coming. So d is different. So try to understand, d and d dash both are different, not same, right? So if you differentiate with respect to this term with respect to d means, so you have to concentrate, you have to keep d as a variable, d dash as a constant. So from that you may get, if you differentiate d square like x square, you may get 2x, that means 2d. Suppose if you differentiate 4xy with respect to x partially, you may get minus 4y only, right? So that thing I have drawn here, I have written here. So 2d minus 4d dash, right? So you can write, which is equal to x1, that means 2d minus 4t dash into e power 2x plus y. Again try to substitute the same value, d equal to 2 and d dash equal to 1. What will get? 1x by 2 into 2 minus 4 into 1 e power 2x plus y. Again you may get denominator is going to be 0. So what we do? Already we have done in the previous step. That thing you have to apply in the corresponding this step. So no need to use the step in previous step. That means first step. You have to use the recent step. By using the recent step, you have to differentiate again, right? So by using this expression, I am going to multiply x again. So x into x, you make it x square into 1 by the corresponding e power 2x plus y. In denominator, you have to differentiate with respect to d. If you differentiate this term with respect to d, you may get only 2. So finally, you may get x square divided by 2 e power 2x plus y. So in the last expression, d and d dash is not coming. That means no need to substitute again. So simply you can take this. This is the particular integral for the given PDE. So no need to do further. So when do you do the process further? Suppose that expression which include d or d dash means you have to do further. Otherwise, you can take the final expression as a particular integral for the given PDE. So this is PDE, particular integral.